Shot and beautiful. Wisen.
It's time for high school sports right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Charter College, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Les Schwab, One Way Construction, Rivercom 911, Save Mart, and Sangster Motors. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Shot into the bar. Go, 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 go.
Hello and welcome to East Wenatchee, Washington, side of today's encounter between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. It's going to be a good one. The storylines abound. You're about to see something really special. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Alongside me is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And golly, where to begin? Senior night, rivalry game, top of the standings, big prizes ahead, loaded with talent. It's like the table is set for something truly remarkable tonight.
Yeah, this game never disappoints. I seem like I always say that about this game. It's always been tight, and we always see something really special. Individual performances sometimes just like great team performances. Always exciting. Fans really get into it. It's all kinds of fun.
It's going to be special indeed. When we come back, we have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, maybe an interview or two, and a lot more here on NCWLIFE Channel. We're glad you could join us. This is going to be something to behold. It's East Wenatchee. Make that Eastmont against Wenatchee, Wenatchee against Eastmont here. Soccer action from NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School. We're just about ready to witness a very special, and we do mean very special, contest between Eastmont and Wenatchee and Eastmont. Alongside me is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, senior night, all right, it's a special night, but what are some of the other storylines that are behind the scenes a little bit for this contest tonight?
Well, so Wenatchee's got a 5-game win streak. I don't like to call out win streaks because you know what that means. So a 5-game win streak. Eastmont has really gotten under the skin about that.
So the winning streak is against Eastmont.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Injuries. Wenatchee's has had their fair share of injuries lately, as well as the flu bug going through their team. So they got at least 5 or 6 players that have been touched by either injuries or the flu bug, and they're trying to recover there. So lots of tape, lots of Tums. Let's see here. Eastmont probably the same thing going on. It's been a very physical year. Both teams lead the league in goals, goal differentials. They're up at the top. They've got all kinds of club players abound. They've got all kinds of college offers between these two teams. And in the winter, they're vying for the best spot for districts and state. So they're really pushing for that. This game is very important. But ask the players, and I don't think they care about any of that stuff. They really just care about beating the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. They want the bragging rights.
They want the bragging rights.
Absolutely. Last time we saw these teams, it was a very exciting contest. 2-1 at halftime for Eastmont, 3-2 at the end of regulation for Wenatchee. We might see something just as special at the end of 80 tonight. When we come back, we will have the keys to the game, the starting lineups, and a whole lot more here on NCAA NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School. Senior night for the Eastmont 12th graders. We're having a little ceremony there, so we'll take this opportunity really quick to give you the starters for today's contest. For the visiting Wenatchee boys soccer, their goalkeeper is number 25, Seth Munguia. Remember, these are in numerical order, not positional. Number 2, Braden Russell. Number 3, Corin Collier. Number 5, Emmanuel Ocampo. Number 8, Pierre Vega. Number 9, Marcos Bravo. Number 10, Giovanni Munoz. Number 11, Mauricio Ramos. Number 14, Callan. Is that right? Callan Zumac. Thank you. Number 19, Julian Reyes. Number 22, Tyler Wisen. The head coach for the Wenatchee boys soccer team, Dennis Tronson, assisted by Angel Guerra, Ricardo Flores, and John Springer. And now the hosts of this particular soiree, well, not soiree just yet, but give us an hour or so. The Eastmont High School Wildcats. Goalkeeper, number 1, Armando Mendoza. Number 2, Kai Pefferman. Number 5, Orlando Maldonado. Number 6, Osvaldo Sanchez. Number 8, Angel Sitio. Number 9, Tyrell Malcolm. Number 10, Christian Maldonado. Number 12, Juan Vargas. Number 13, Edgar Leon. Number 15, Luis Romero. And number 17, Jesus Villa. Head coach for the Eastmont Wildcats is, of course, Vidal Hurtado, assisted by Eric Duffy, Robert Martinez, and Justin Garaldi. What are the implications, the ramifications, do you think, emotionally for these two teams, given how tough of a time it was to lose that game for Eastmont, being up at halftime 2-1, then coming back, Wenatchee coming back to win it? What kind of ramifications does a game like this have on these boys tonight?
Well, tonight, I think losing the game will be more difficult for Eastmont than it will for Wenatchee. When Eastmont at home has that revenge factor, appears to be more healthy than Wenatchee. Wenatchee has some excuses. They've got, like I said earlier, 5 to 6 players with some health issues, either injuries or the bug. Wenatchee made some mistakes. You know, they have that in their mind when they played Eastmont last. But in the end, it could mean the difference between hosting a game or playing on the road, first game in playoffs. So, not that Wenatchee's going to take it lightly. They want to go out winning their 6th straight game against Eastmont very badly.
Without a doubt. And let's not forget that after, please do correct me if I'm wrong here, Matt, but after they lost to Wenatchee, Eastmont hasn't lost again.
No, they've had some close games.
Yeah.
But they have that definitely, if you can have a good loss, that was a good loss. That motivated them, and they've been going pretty strong since.
It galvanized them. We were talking last time we had a broadcast with Coach Neil Oyston. Hi, Coach, if you're listening. That a loss like this can serve a purpose, to a team. It can bring it closer together. It can tell them, okay, you know what, we're going to have to work for everything we get this year. And just like that, Eastmont has managed to rattle off win after win. And now their stiffest test yet, not only their arch rival on senior night, but a team that got the best of them last time they met.
Yeah, both teams, I said earlier, can go as far as they want to, as far as they are disciplined. They've got all the talent. They've got the majority. If you're going to have a stacked roster, they have the 2 stacked rosters in the state. So they're both capable of making a deep run at state if they want to. Several of these players do. I would call it disciplinary issues where they're tied or their loyalties are with a couple teams, a couple leagues. Some players play on the weekends in the Chelan League and don't give themselves proper amount of time to rest. And I can tell as a coach myself, it drives me nuts because you never get a player at 100%. And that goes with the other league as well. So my recommendation for these players is to give 100% to one team for the rest of the season and then see where it goes.
Without a doubt, lots of storylines, and there's one developing on the screen right now. You're watching the senior ceremony for the Eastmont 12th graders. Lots of pictures, lots of bouquets of flowers, lots of rounds of applause, and I imagine a tear or two. And this very emotional moment for these young men and their families. There's a lot of sacrifice. It's not just showing up for practice and games. Matt, as a coach, you know this better than I do. There's a lot of sacrifice involved for the families of these boys to allow them to participate in prep sports.
Yeah, we got our car insurance the other day, and they said, well, your rates are going up. We noticed that you've driven in the last quarter 22,000 miles.
Oh, geez.
and I can tell you the majority of that is for soccer.
Flintstone, paging friends Flintstone.
Yeah. So that's just a little slice of the sacrifice that soccer families can make, or sports families
in general. Absolutely.
Sports is a big business now across the board for all youth sports.
All right. Well, the senior ceremony is over. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the 7-1 Wenatchee Panthers will face off against this 8-1 Eastmont Wildcats. You will not want to miss this. Don't go away.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just
Great. I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Hi folks, Grant Olson with the NCWLIFE Channel.
Join us Monday through Thursday during Apple Blossom Festival as we broadcast our news live at Memorial Park. And on Thursday, an extended NCWLIFE News Plus from 5:30 to 6, presented by Alignment Pros and Express Lube. It's right here on your official Apple Blossom station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally,
a pierogi. Let's get a good look at this before I bite into it. Now, this is quite warm.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School. We are just about ready to start. Referees are in their natural habitat, the center circle. They seem to be checking something that the fourth ref has alerted them to. In the meantime, we'll tell you that Eastmont is wearing red with white stripes on down the side, and Wenatchee is wearing almost entirely white. My deepest thanks to both athletic directors because the numbers are nice and big. That doesn't make, I'm not going to make mistakes. We all know that's impossible. But it definitely makes a difference, especially when you're way up here, Matt Wisen, as we both are today.
That's for sure. You know, I had to duck. I had a satellite go by just a little bit ago, and I just had to have Sherpas pack us up some oxygen just so I could breathe up here.
Thank you, Tenzing.
But yeah, their big numbers are very welcome. Old eyes appreciate it.
They certainly do. They certainly do. Mr. Ed Navarro will take care of the action. He's flipping the coin as both teams have their final minute huddles. This is going to be something special, and we have the crowd to prove it. Look at that. Bundled up, lots of blankets, lots of coats, lots of jackets, lots of warm drinks. But most importantly, lots of people. Thank you so much for supporting high school sports here in the beautiful Wenatchee Valley. We're just about ready to start. Just to perhaps to underscore the importance of this game, the last minute huddles seem to go on a little bit longer than usual. Lots of encouragement needed on both sides to face off against the arch rival from the other side of the river.
Yeah, just going over last minute instructions. Eastmont comes out fast. They like that high pace. Lots of energy, trying to beat you to the ball, every ball. Wenatchee has come out a little bit more methodical, in some cases almost lackadaisical in the first half. I'm sure Wenatchee's talking about that right now and trying to match the energy level. Certainly I think they've noticed that Eastmont has 3 on the bench tonight. So that high press, high-paced game might be a little bit strained in the second half.
And we've all seen what Wenatchee can do in the second half of games. We saw it against Eastmont. We saw it against Moses Lake. This is a team that comes out re-energized, reorganized, refreshed from the halftime break. So if you're going to go up against Wenatchee, be ready to have to last the full 80 in order to earn the W. And if you're going to go up against Eastmont, be ready because they're going to put up a fight as well. We're just about ready to start. It looks like Eastmont will start the action, and they will. Going from left to right on your screen, the Wildcats. Going from right to left, the Panthers. We are in business here at Eastmont High School. Fancy little touch there by Pfefferman. The push upfield, trying to connect with Maldonado. Back to Pfefferman. The header pushing the ball into Wenatchee territory. Battling for it for Wenatchee is a Russell. Ball goes out of bounds. The final touch belonged to a Wenatchee player. It will be Eastmont ball. We're just getting started. If you're joining us, it's 0-0. We're just on our first trip around the clock. 41 seconds into this one. Deep ball that time. Good position. Into the box we go. Good opportunity in the making.
He's not checking.
Shot across. Flag is up. Yeah. Flag is up. Flag continues to be up. And there's the whistle that tells us that none of this will count. A good opportunity gone wasting for Eastmont, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, just offside there by a few yards on that early ball in. Tonight the ARs don't appear to have the headsets, and so the message coming into the center referee is
a little delayed. Indirect free kick favoring the Wenatchee Panthers. Excuse me. Minute 30 into this one. Wenatchee and Eastmont tied on 0-0. Thank you for being with us in this Battle of the Bridge soccer style. Vargas taken back by Wenatchee, but with a foul, says Ed Navarro. It will be a free kick for the boys in red, the Eastmont Wildcats, playing on their senior night. Lots of fans on both sides. Awesome to see. The popularity of soccer, braving the elements. Shot across, not a major problem, and yet they still pick pickleball at the state sport. That still makes me wake up in the middle of the night screaming sometimes.
Most popular sport in the state, most popular sport in the valley. Any city, I'll go anybody toe to toe. And I believe that there's probably more soccer players in this valley, almost to any other sport combined. It's close, but. Head scratcher. I won't go off my tangent because I could certainly go off on my tangent on that one.
We've seen it, yes. Yeah. We've seen it. Ramos. Recovered by Eastmont. Now Wenatchee on the scoop. Across midfield. Bravo. Ocampo. Bravo. Touch to the back.
Eastmont really collapsing deep on this. Wenatchee's not quite recycling the ball and trying to pull him out.
A stop by the goalkeeper, Mendoza. I'm intrigued. Elaborate, please.
So Eastmont's really dropping deep, trying to pack that back line, trying to get numbers around Tyler and Marcos, but Wenatchee's doing kind of a poor job of recycling that ball, moving it around, trying to pull some of them out so they can get the ball in through.
Reyes. Munoz. The long ball, looking to connect with Vega. First on it is Mendoza. I'll tell you who's having a hard time. It's Ed Navarro. The sun is right in his eyes at some stretches of play.
Yeah, kudos to whoever laid this field out in the first place. At least they didn't do the east-west facing field where you're blinding a team in at least one half.
For one half, yep, absolutely. Reyes. A touch to the side. Good maneuver by Bravo. Bravo making a path as he goes. Referee says play on. And now play continues. There's the deep ball for Malcolm. Malcolm prevailing into the box. 2 on the mark. Malcolm trying to get a shot across. He does, but it sails wide. Quick counter by Eastmont. That could pay dividends later on, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. That no call. I think it was probably the right decision. Here I am 100 yards away or so. It looked like a foul, but it's two different opposing style teams. Wenatchee hasn't gone down very easily this year. When they've had pressure or had contact, they've played through a lot of that, and it's cost them. Wenatchee's very hobbled. They've taken lots of hits. Eastmont, on the other hand, has had lots of penalties and had lots of softer, I guess, contact fouls.
Tyler Wisen, the shot, Wisen, and the stop by Mendoza.
So I'm interested in how you ref a game like that when you have two opposing teams. Not that one is the right style of play. It's what do you do as a ref? And early on, you want to be consistent throughout the game. So Ed right there is telling me that he's not going to call anything that's not obvious.
Vega. The quick touch across the center circle. Partial stop by Sanchez. Wenatchee still prevails. Vega. The quick give and go with Reyes. A good move, opening the game up. Into the box we go. Shot across. Reyes. Good stop by the defense. Long ball for Malcolm. Maldonado making a path as he goes. Maldonado back to Malcolm. Ball bounces off his foot a little farther than he would like, and it goes to the throw in. 6 minutes 14, still a 0-0 tie here at Eastmont High School. Collier across midfield. Wisen. Reyes taken back by Eastmont, only partially. Ramos and Vega. Back to Ramos. Right-footed touch.
Ramos is one of those players coming off the flu bug. He had a fever not too long ago, and he's been dehydrated. So he told me before the game he's feeling better. We'll see how many minutes he has got.
A quick steal that time. Interesting maneuver. Deep ball down the flank for Bravo. Waiting in the box is Wisen. Bravo under some pressure now. Still manages a shot across, but Mendoza's there to put a stop to the danger. I'm going to venture a guess here, Matt, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that if the opponent today was, I don't know, say Sunnyside or a non-league opponent, a lot of these players would say, you know what, I'm going to take it easy today. But the fact that it's Wenatchee, the fact that it's the rivalry game almost compels you to be out here.
Yeah, a lot of these players are playing through a lot of pain on both sides tonight.
Malcolm getting that right foot ready. Malcolm bounces off a defender, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, so it's Eastmont. A lot of these guys are going on adrenaline. We saw that happen the other night, or last time they faced off against each other.
Bit of a battle there. Vargas prevailing for Eastmont. The touch up field for Leon. Leon under some pressure. Maldonado to his left, Malcolm to his right. Ocampo, nimble takeaway. Now it's Munoz. Looks like Leon on the mark. Across midfield we go. Not quite. Now we do. Wisen. Sitio. Bravo. The touch. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Mr. Mendoza taking care of this one. 8 minutes, 52 seconds into this first half of play. Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I could have used some Biosports coming up these stairs, Matt.
No kidding. Yeah, I will tomorrow.
There's a chipper with more optimism than accuracy, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Mr. Munguia taking care of this goal kick. Referee's checking with somebody. Looks like a bit of a chat with Vega. Munguia rolling gently to his right. Munoz. Ramos. Oh, good takeaway by Malcolm. Malcolm looking to connect with Leon. Doesn't prosper. Trying again is Sitio. The long ball, a bit too long for El Vaquero, for the Cowboy. Cristian Maldonado. Ball goes to Munguia. And it will be Wenatchee putting it back into action. 10 minutes, 10 seconds into this one. Still 0-0 tie. Not exactly a plethora of action early on, but the teams still seem to be feeling each other out. A bit of a trouble there for Vega controlling that ball as it goes against the touchline. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Eastmont. Vargas. Looking to connect with, ultimately, is Vega. Long ball for Wisen. Recovered first by Romero. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this one. It's going to be Wenatchee putting it back into play. Looks like Braden Russell yielding to a teammate. In this case, Zumac. Zumac and ultimately Munoz. Back to Zumac. Munoz. Bit of a chipper. Good move. Oh, my goodness. What a nice touch. That touch by Bravo deserved better, Matt Wisen.
Great serve in. Looks like he was just a little offside on that, but good look to get in behind. Fantastic ball in.
The referee's flag was indeed up, so as pretty as that was, not exactly illicit. Bit of a chipper there. Anticipation by Maldonado and a couple of sharp elbows between Maldonado, that's Vaquero, Cristian Maldonado, and it looks like Zumac. Then a bit of a shove there that goes uncalled, if that's a word.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think Ed has come out and said, I'm going to let him play, call the injury type fouls, and let see how this plays out.
Reyes. Touch to the left. To the top of the box now. Trying again for Wenatchee is Ramos. Ramos and Vega. Vega and Wisen making a pass as he goes into the box. He goes. Wisen. Goal. The Wizard strikes again. 12 minutes, 45 seconds, and Wenatchee has the lead.
Such fantastic dribbling there. It takes on half the defense or the team. With that goal, Tyler just tied the single season scoring record for Wenatchee. So he's having a good season. Eastmont's got to find a way just to take him out of the game. Just if you got a man, mark him, double him, whatever. Make other players
legally take him out of the game.
Yeah, legally. Yeah.
Legally take him out of the game.
No, I'm not talking injury. I never condone that, especially with my own son. But
that would be really something. Take him down. Get it.
Yeah. Now, if his room was messy and he was misbehaving at home.
Nice touch that time. Malcolm likes those. He goes into the box under some pressure. The shot across, and it bounces off Collier's backside. 13:50 on the clock, and we have the first corner kick, I believe, of the game.
Really good first touch there by Tyrell Malcolm, getting in behind Wenatchee a little slow to get that cover player into defense, and Tyrell was able to split him and almost had a quality shot in on goal.
What a lovely zigzaggy move that time by.
He is a very slippery player. His change of pace is very deceiving.
Tyler Wisen. And the credit goes to the folks at the Wenatchee World. After the, we'll tell you more about this in a second, because here comes Eastmont, and the final touch, months of a defender. Let's see what the referee calls it. Yeah, he stopped the action there. He saw that there was a charge inside the 6. We were saying that after the last time Eastmont and Wenatchee played, I believe your boys scored 3 goals that day. And the lead for the story for the Wenatchee World was something along the lines of Tyler Wisen is a magician. And, well, that kind of stuck with me. So I was like, all right. Okay, so.
Yeah, he got a good razzing from his teammates over that one.
Well, glad to help.
No, not from you, from the newspaper article.
Well, just you wait. 15 minutes 23 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Charter College. They work to get you to work. Find out about how to enroll today at chartercollege.edu. Eastmont trying to get back into this one. Bit of a battle there for Zumak to control that ball. Doesn't quite prosper. Eastmont will put it back into play. Looks like a Pufferman from up here. Pufferman. Whistle on the play. Referee, there was something about that he did not like.
Call it pushing the back on that one.
All right. So
this is a dangerous spot here from the ball coming in. You get the majority of the front of the goal. You can cross that ball in, and makes it pretty difficult to defend those crossing balls through.
And let's not forget that Eastmont has the kind of player who can put that ball basically wherever they want from a set piece. 16:32 on the clock. Mr. Navarro making sure that the 10-yard mark is respected. There's the ball. Oh, my goodness! Woo! And Mr. Munguia having to stretch in order to keep the defensive header by Braden Russell from tying this game at 1.
Yeah, great reaction save by by set there. That's you don't expect that ball from your own player to come in on you. And he's got some really quick reaction saves this year.
17:07, second corner kick of the game. Heart of the box it goes. Over to chase it now for Eastmont is Leon. Leon into the box looking for Malcolm. Now battling for it is Sitio. Sitio, Pefferman, Sanchez, Villa. Oh, this could be trouble. Well, Wisen can't quite catch up to it.
I think that was Bravo after that. Good pace, though. Good job by Luis getting back.
It was Bravo. I stand corrected.
Good job by Luis getting back and just finding that ball, finding a way to get it out of the danger zone.
Reyes. Ramos, right-footed shot, bounces off a defender. Reyes trying to tame it down. Now bounces off, I believe, Sitio, and it will be a throw-in for Wenatchee. This moment of the game brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service, installation, and repair since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality. 18 minutes, 20 seconds. Into this first half of play, Wenatchee leading Eastmont 1-0 thanks to a pearl of a score by Mr. Tyler Wisen. The long ball by Mendoza. Trying to tame it down is Zumac. Malcolm seems to prevail, but he found himself rather lonesome. Ball bounces off a defender, and it will go in favor of Eastmont, this throw-in. 18:55 on the clock, almost halfway through the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wenatchee players defending. Maldonado over in the corner, pressuring him is Zumac. Zumac prevails. The touch upfield for Bravo and Wisen. Wisen trying to connect once again with Vega. First on it, however, is the back line of Eastmont, trying to make it into Wenatchee territory. They can't quite make it there. Russell, ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball. Leon, touch to the back. Now push it forward and a bit of a give and go. Malcolm can't quite get there. Whistle on the play, however. Action returns quickly. There's Malcolm, and it sails wide and high. And what a lovely strike by Malcolm that also deserved better, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, that was looking good. Wenatchee's a little flat-footed there and indecisive. And Malcolm split him and just, again, splits the two back and then almost gets a quality shot on goal.
20 minutes, 9 seconds into this one. Wenatchee holding on to a 1-0 lead. Eastmont trying mightily to even things up before halftime. The long touch upfield, looking to connect with Vega. And now Wisen. Vega waiting for it down the center alley. The touch across lands at the feet of Ramos. Ramos across the center alley to the right side. There's Ramos again. The stop by Munoz. Munoz dancing a little. The touch to the right side. Into the box, making a path. Mendoza has to come out. And good personal maneuver by Braden Russell. And an even better sweeping save, clean to my eyes at least, by Mr. Mendoza. The backspin on the ball doesn't help Eastmont as the ball remains in Wildcat territory. Quick run down the flank. Waiting for it is Malcolm. Referee says no penalty kick, and I agree with him on that one, Matt Wisen.
No. If you're not going to call one on one end, you got to be consistent with that.
I did not see a foul. I thought I thought it was a bit of an acting job myself. 21:47 on the clock. And you're going to have to excuse me, viewers, but we seem to have missed out on one sub for Wenatchee. Number 18 is on the pitch. That's Mr. Gavino Mota. That's the number, correct, Matt?
Yep, 18.
We're back in action now with Malcolm. Under siege as almost always. The ball for Maldonado, getting the right foot ready. Maldonado trying to stay in the box, has to back out. Maldonado, over to help is Vargas. Vargas hits the deck. Flag is up. It will just be, it looks like just a throw-in for Eastmont. 22-33 on the clock. A touch up field. Leon taken back by Ramos. Vega. Pivoting header by Leon. Whistle on the play. The Wenatchee players were calling for an offside on Malcolm. And I do believe that the assistant referee agreed with them, Matt Wisen.
Yep, that was offside there.
And a bit of a dialogue developing at times. We cannot, of course, tell you what that's about. Between Malcolm and it looks like Zumac.
Yeah,
ball into the box that time. Who's going to get there first is going to be Mendoza. Matt Wisen, the floor is yours.
Tyrell has never been one short on words. If I'm ever in a trash talking contest with anybody else, I'm definitely going to want him on my side.
Foul called on Wenatchee will be Eastmont ball. A free kick, and it looks like Mr. Bravo does not agree with that call, and it will be Mendoza taking care of it. Nobody warming up yet on the Wenatchee side that I can see. Nobody warming up yet on the Eastmont side. Crowd continues to trickle in. Quick run down the flank this time. Vargas. And the shot across sails wide. Not a major problem for Mr. Munguia, who will take care of this goal kick. This moment of the game brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesel and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off is available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Actually, pickup and drop-off are available. I'm going to hear about that one when I get home. Yeah, my son, he's 11 years old. He loves these broadcasts, but he's always like, it was a good game, Dad, but you made some mistakes. I was like, yes, I know, son. I know.
A junior broadcaster in training right there.
Into the box. Oh, almost a bit of a tumble there into the mix.
Yeah, just stepped on the ball.
Malcolm. Nice takeaway that time by Collier. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Eastmont ball as we approach the 26th minute of play with Eastmont still trailing Wenatchee 1-0. Leon. Sitio. A bit of a space that time for Leon once again. On the mark is Collier. Ball goes out of bounds. No foul called. Taking care of it for Eastmont is Vargas. Takeaway interrupted once again by Leon. Into the box. Shot across. And Mr. Malcolm cannot fire that dart. Ball goes out of bounds. Last one to touch it had a white jersey on, says the referee. It will be a corner kick yet again for the Eastmont Wildcats. 26 minutes on the dot here in the first half of play. Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee. Sebastian Moraga on the call alongside our soccer expert, Matt Wisen, and we're watching a good one, as expected, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, the game's settling into itself now. A little back and forth earlier on. Eastmont is starting to build up. They were playing a little direct for most of the first half of this first half. Starting to build up better and develop some plays. Wenatchee starting to figure out that build-up and trying to defend it a little bit more than they are working on their attack at this point.
26:36 on the clock. Throw-in, I believe, will favor the Wenatchee Panthers. We see Coach Stronson pointing to the spot of this upcoming throw-in. Across midfield we go into Wenatchee territory, trying to thread the needle for Vega. The ball takes to the skies. Mota to his right for Munoz. Touch up field. Vega. Mota trying to keep it in bounds. Mota, right foot across. Top of the box. Bravo. Backing up a little bit. Getting that left foot ready. The shot. And nice effort by Mendoza on the stop. Good effort that time. I believe it was Munoz with the shot.
Yeah, I was just about ready to say, Eastmont's giving them shot. It might be a little bit further out than they're wanting to take, 20, 23 yards or so. But you got to take one of those at once. Pull some of those defenders out.
The ball, no offside calls. Malcolm into it. A bit of a collision there. I saw nothing illegal myself. I don't know about you, Matt.
It was just a good play on the ball. I did not see any fouls there.
And yet another corner kick. Something might come up one of these days. One of these times. Matt Wisen, they keep trying.
Weird little bounces. Like I said, Tyrell is a difficult player to defend. Wenatchee's doing a decent job. They're trying to double down on him when he gets the ball. Eastmont's
every single time.
And it's working for him because Tyrell's not playing off of anybody, really. They're just feeding him the ball, and he's going at goal. As soon as Eastmont can figure that out and play off of him, and he can feed them the ball, then I think they'll be successful.
A quick touch to the left side with a bit of room down the flank. Interrupted nimbly by Braden Russell. Ball goes out of bounds, and we should have another corner kick. And indeed we do. 28:45 on the clock. It is the fifth corner kick of the game. All in favor so far by my count of the Eastmont Wildcats who continue to trail the Wenatchee Panthers by a score of 1-0. Right-footed shot, right at Munguia, not a major problem. Rolling straight ahead, just slightly leaning to his right. Bravo with some room, waiting for it is Wisen. Approaching the action looks like Munoz. Right-footed shot, and Mendoza with the stop. Something is displeasing my partner. Let's find out what it is.
Well, when you got the other team on the run and you're running at them at pace, holding the ball up and settling for a pass or a shot that far out isn't necessarily what you want. You want to keep going at them, force them, and then just slot the ball into your other partner who's wanting the ball and then play off. Quick 1-2s, and you're in. Eastmont had a wide split there. They're on their heels, and Wenatchee settled for a shot from distance that I think they could have done better.
Quick run down the flank now for, looks like Vega. Into the box now. Bravo. Good maneuver past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper who's open for the shot. And a brilliant save. Brilliant save by Armando Mendoza. Deserved ovation for that young man. Spectacular stuff under the 3-2s, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, excellent shot. Excellent save. Couldn't ask for much more right there.
Oh, my goodness. The way he lost that ball, came back to kick it away. Outstanding. Substitution coming for Wenatchee.
Just didn't lose focus. Got back in as fast as he could. Defense all gathered back to make it difficult to prevent that tap in. Yeah.
Looks like it's Gabe Mata, number 4. So we have Mata and Mota once again. With my ironclad attention span, that's not going to cause any trouble at all, he said with a straight face. Quick run, making a path through a forest of red jerseys. Oh, a little too much there. Too much butter on that toast. Ball goes out of bounds. And it should be, in my opinion, Eastmont ball, but the referee disagrees with us. It's going to be Wenatchee ball, and it's going to be Tyler Wisen taking care of it, looks like. 31-21 on the clock. Pivoting header right at, inside the 6, and another block by Mendoza, and there's Mendoza once again to put out the fire. Outstanding stuff by this young man so far, despite being down 1-0. Quick run by Eastmont. Vargas. The long ball for Maldonado. Cristian Maldonado a bit too long. And it's Seth Munguia, who's also had a good game, but has not been nearly as busy as we've seen Mendoza be. Pfefferman. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a Wenatchee ball this time. It looks like it's going to be Zumak taking care of it as we approach the 33rd minute of play here at Eastmont High School. Cleaning a path for that touch to the left. Looking to connect with Mata. There's Bravo. Vega. Bravo. The shot. Oh, and it kissed the crossbar, but the referee had already blown his whistle. It was a high kick, a dangerous play, as they call it. That would have been a beautiful goal, but unfortunately for the Wenatchee fandom, all of that had been nulled and voided by the whistle of the referee. Wisen. The stop by Romero. Push up field. Trying to make a path. Opening the game up to the right side for the hustling Tyrell Malcolm. Can't quite get to it, but doesn't matter because the last one to send it out was a Wenatchee player, so it will be Mr. Vargas for Eastmont putting it into play, and he does. The touch for Leon.
That Corin's been very busy back there tonight.
Very much so. Leon trying to get a shot across. Mata on the mark. The header go! Oh, my goodness! I was almost ready to scream it because it looked like it was going in. The header by Malcolm. Thrown by Eastmont. Leon into the box. Shot across. Who's going to push it in? The ball dances like a tumbleweed across a highway. There's Wisen. Under some pressure. Recovered by Eastmont. 34 minutes on the clock. Mata. The long ball down the flank. On the mark is Pfefferman. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick for Wenatchee. The first one of the game, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to say, a rare corner kick for Wenatchee tonight.
For the Panthers. This moment of the game brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. 34-34 on the clock. Wenatchee leading Eastmont. A bit of a glut of players right on the line there.
Yeah, Eastmont's just paying too much attention to the players right in front of.
Sorry about that, Matt.
No worries.
Mendoza punching it away. This could be a good counter in the making. Sitio and Vargas and Malcolm, and the touch by that Wenatchee player sending the ball out of bounds. You were saying?
Eastmont was just paying way too much attention, I think, to the two players standing in front of the goal, where they drew basically 3 or 4 defenders right in there, and just a cluster, and was going to be an issue if that ball went beyond that point because the keeper was in that scrum. It was just a real mess.
35-21, just a handful of minutes before the break in what has been a rather entertaining first half between Eastmont and Wenatchee and Eastmont. Pfefferman wanting no part of that ball, kicking it out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee putting it back into play. This moment of the game brought to you by One Way Construction. Your project, your way. Find them online at onewayconstructionnw.com. The touch to Munoz. Opening the game up to the right side. Into the box. With a bit of trouble. Handball. Intentional. Let's see what the referee calls this one. Does that make it a penalty kick?
It's a penalty.
Does that make it a penalty kick?
If he's going to call it, it's a penalty.
Or is it an indirect free kick, Matt Wisen? He's going to consult with...
I've never seen a handball that's called come back as an indirect.
No, he's waving it off.
What the AR said was that the body was in, the arm was against the body and
the ball
turned into it.
Yeah, the hand didn't go to the ball went to the hand. And now Mr. Wisen, the younger, has something to say to Mr. Navarro.
It's, you know, Ed was on top of that, and what I don't like is he was close to who was, you know, way far away, and it is what it is.
Okay, we're partners here. We're not supposed to like get into it, but I like the fact that Navarro went to somebody else's set of eyes. I like the fact that he went for that second opinion. Now I completely understand that the assistant referee was farther than Navarro was.
Well, my take on it is Ed called the foul from the point.
True.
He saw it, and so now for the AR to override the center at that point and actually act like a VAR is not really what happens typically.
All right, fair enough. 37:51 on the clock. Kick from across. Corner kick. That would be corner kick number 6 that we've witnessed for the Eastmont Wildcats. There's been a substitution for Wenatchee. We'll tell you in a second who has taken the pitch for the Panthers. And there's no question that Coach Hurtado is saving the ammo for the second part of the battle, Matt Wisen. Not a single substitution in the entire first half for Eastmont, that is.
Yeah, I don't know who is. I need to look at the subs again.
Quicker run down the flank, across the face of the goal. Good maneuver that time. Into the box is Mota. Shot across. Can't quite connect. And then a shot that frustrated immensely that player. It looked like it was either Collier or Russell from up here. You were saying, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. lost in the play that happened. Yeah, Marcos just kind of forced that shot. I think he's getting a little frustrated. He hasn't had many quality looks at goal tonight, and was just trying to make some magic happen.
That's right, it was Bravo. It was Bravo, number 9.
Took the shot off his back heels, falling away. I know that's not what he wants, but so he just needs to settle into the game. If he's drawing doubles, then you find your open player. And then that player gets hot, and then they're going to have to go away from doubling down on you.
And a bit of a collision there with Mr. Leon taking the brunt of it.
Yeah, here's what we're talking about. Maybe he's cramping up a little bit here. If you don't have any subs to come in, that could result in some cramps and some tired legs.
The clock at one end of the field has stopped, which means that the time is now being kept on the field by the officials. There is the whistle. That indicates that this action should continue, should restart. Bit of trouble there for Wisen, well marked. Throw in for Wenatchee. Mota. Wisen. Oh, what a move by Wisen into the box. Right-footed shot. Mendoza.
Just couldn't get any leverage on that shot. Wenatchee needs to send some more runners in front of that keep. But, yeah, that might have been also one of those other little shots. But, you know, we'll see how it plays out. We just need to – or here I say we. You know, I guess it's my bias is showing. I'm a Wenatchee Panther grad and player and have had a kid on this team. So forgive me if I say we a few times more than I probably should. But
our producer Eric Granstrom getting into it here, folks. There's the whistle that tells us that this first half is now part of our great nation's history. The score so far: Wenatchee 1, Eastmont 1. We'll be right back. Eastmont nothing. We'll be right back.
Getting ready for the Classy Chassis Parade.
The Washington State Apple Blossom Festival is here, and NCWLIFE is your official TV station. Join us for the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade Friday, May 6th at 6 p.m. Sponsored by AmeriCorps of Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, Apple Valley Honda, August Edge, Bob's Burgers and Brew, CASA of Chelan and Douglas Counties, Chelan POD Discovery Center, Coldwell Banker Cascade, and Global Car Care. The NCWLIFE Channel, your official Apple Blossom station.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver. Shopping cart! Because Les Schwab helps keep us safe with brakes, steering, and more. Eyes ahead, Dad! Now what those guys back there offer with their tires? Toilet paper. But Les Schwab gives the safety by the carload. Turn here! We're kind of a big deal here.
Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School. We've just witnessed 40 minutes of some pretty intense action, with Wenatchee taking a partial lead into the break with the tally of 1-0. We don't have a monitor up here, so I don't know what you're seeing right now, but if our producers over in Wenatchee could show that beautiful goal in the 13th minute, courtesy of one Tyler Wisen. What's his middle name?
Tyler Grant Wisen.
Grant Wisen. Well, if they would grant us the pleasure of watching that game, that goal again, that beautiful zigzaggy motion down the center, and a beautiful finish, and that so far has been it. Matt Wisen in a game that has been clean but hard fought, with a level of action that increased as the game wore on. It started kind of slow, with the teams kind of like measuring each other out, but then the gloves came off a little bit in the good sense of the word, and we saw some action, especially on the Eastmont side of things. Mendoza was a stud out there, keeping it 1-0.
He was in the crosshairs in the entire first half, yeah, and has stood strong, made some strong saves. Tyler and the company are definitely putting that team under pressure, and they've dodged some bullets. And like on the other side, Eastmont has definitely put Wenatchee under pressure a few times, and they've dodged a few bullets as well. I don't think this 1-0 score is going to hold. It rarely ever does. I can't remember a time when a team has been blanked in this derby. I'm pretty sure we're going to see maybe a little bit of a flurry in the second half. We'll see. I anticipate things might open up a little bit. Some tired legs going to the subs, and when that happens, you don't have as much energy to be playing as high intensity, as much pressing, and sometimes you play a little bit more direct.
And of course, let's not forget, it's extra pressure on the team that's behind. So that leads sometimes to taking a little bit more of a risk than you would have in the first half, perhaps. And that can lead. Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it pays off for the other guys.
Yeah, if this one goal game or lead holds late in the game, and Eastmont doesn't have to get crazy and sell out to try and get that one goal. It helps because it's experience down the road. But a loss isn't going to kill either one of these teams. They have a 2 or 3 game lead. The second place team, the loser of this match, will have a 2 or 3 game lead still in league over the third place team. who I believe is Sunnyside. I'm not 100% sure.
The records are sterling. 10-2-1 for Wenatchee, 10-1-2 for Eastmont. So like you said, a loss is not going to make or break their season.
It's not going to make or break their season. So you still have a little bit of a season. I'd save some of your bench potentially. Wenatchee's got a difficult game on Friday against Davis. And Eastmont, I believe, opens up a little bit of a road series after this game.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of this exciting encounter between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Don't go away.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
The Washington State Apple Blossom Festival is here, and NCWLIFE is your official TV station. Join us for the Stamilk Growers Grand Parade on Saturday, May 7th at 11 a.m. Sponsored by Harvest Valley Pest Control, JDSA Law, Merry Maids, Many Blinds and More, That Pizza Place, Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. Your official TV station for the 2022 Apple Blossom Festival is the NCWLIFE Channel.
The halftime huddle for Wenatchee has officially ended, and now the Panthers will take care of the action. From left to right on your screen, there's the whistle that tells us that we are in business here at EHS. From left to right, Wenatchee. From right to left, Eastmont. The pivoting header trying to connect with Vega. Good effort by Braden Russell that time. And the stop by Mendoza. Folks, thank you for joining us. This is NCWLIFE Channel bringing you live soccer action, and a foul just called by Mr. Navarro that will favor, I believe, Eastmont. And a dialogue developing between an Eastmont player and a Wenatchee player. There's the long ball. Munguia with the jumping save, not a major problem. Rolling straight ahead, it looked like. Long ball that time. Off to the races we go. There's Bravo. Bravo. Bravo making some room. Far post. Wisen letting it slide by. Vega. Kicked away by the back line of Eastmont. Maldonado. Taken away nimbly that time by Zumac. Zumac. Bit of a shot from behind. Yes, indeed.
That was a pretty harsh foul right there. Good for this game.
Free kick for Eastmont.
Fantastic job by Callan there. Just staying patient, taking possession of that ball, keeping possession, and in the end winning a free kick.
Pivoting header by Wisen. Flag is up. Offside called. None of that will count. 41:50 on the clock. Barely 2 minutes into this second half of play. The header by Maldonado. Malcolm and Leon into the box. Taken away nimbly by Ocampo. Ocampo pushing it upfield for Reyes. Reyes on the chase is Sitio. Whistle on the play. Foul. Call hard foul. And we might see some cardboard here being flashed.
I thought we could have saw one on the last foul there, but no, not even a warning. So
it will be just a free kick. It looks like Reyes was the one bearing the brunt of that foul. Free kick for the Wenatchee Panthers. There's a long kick. Out of the box. Flag is up. One of those white jerseys was way offside. Not a major problem for Mr. Mendoza. Russell. Ball goes out of bounds. Play should favor the Eastmont Wildcats, and it will. Pefferman receives the ball from Malcolm. Pefferman. Kicked away that time by Ramos. Vargas. Touch to the back. Pushing it forward again. Taken away by Wenatchee. Bravo. Bravo. On the Marcus Sanchez. Bravo. Oh, Pefferman with a bit of trouble there. Long ball. Off to the races we go. There's Leon. Charge from behind. Whistle on the play. Foul called. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And to Navarro's credit, similar foul, similar situation, and similar outcome. Just a free kick, no card. So at least he's being consistent. Matt Wisen.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like that. There's no card. But I'd like to potentially see one. The fouls are starting to ramp up and get a little bit more aggressive.
Right-footed shot by Sanchez. Out of the box. Cleared away. Pefferman, the shot. Pefferman, and Mr. Munguia watches it sail by.
The right idea there. You got a lot of action in front of the goal. Keeper has a hard time picking that ball up as it's weaving its way through. I like that shot. I rarely do like shots from distance, but in that circumstance, I thought Pefferman made the right choice.
This moment of the game brought to you by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. Throw in for the Panthers, right down the flank. Touch upfield now. Bravo. Ball goes out of bounds. Wenatchee on the move. No, referee says it's Eastmont ball, so Eastmont will try to act quickly, and they do. Let's see if it pays off. Malcolm with some pressure. Malcolm. Nudging it away was Collier. Zumak. Trying to play keep away with Malcolm. Flag is up. Handball that time. Let's see what the referee calls this one. No. The referee did not like
Well, it was Wenatchee free kick.
Yeah, it was. Not only was it too quickly, it was too quickly for the wrong team. Nice sweeping maneuver that time by the back line of Eastmont. Ocampo across midfield. A touch. Good connection. Bravo. Reyes into the box, and Mendoza. Before he could connect with, looks like Wisen up there.
Yeah, a little better movement by Wenatchee. Trying to find a second, third runner. They rarely did that in the first half. Just looking at basically a single runner option. And that second runner option is really open in this situation.
Pefferman looking for Orlando Maldonado. The touch is a little too long. Munoz, quick double team. Not exactly licit, says Mr. Navarro. It will be a Free kick for Wenatchee. 47 minutes, 1 second into this one. Attached to Munoz. Munoz. Off to the chases is Leon. Down the center alley. Trying to thread the needle for Wisen. A good operation from the back and the stop by Mr. Mendoza.
Doing a good job.
Oh, my goodness, what happened there?
Oh.
What happened there?
Towler had his back. No, I'm going to argue that one. Towler had his back and was walking away. Now here I'm getting a little emotional, but he has his back and he's walking away from the keeper. And the keeper ran up behind him and punted the ball into his back. Towler did not obstruct that ball whatsoever. He was not trying to. And so that is not a yellow card violation.
Yellow card is what Mr. Navarro has decided. So Tyler Wisen, the first caution of the game in the 48th minute.
I would argue that one all day long until the cows come home. That was a very reactive call.
Well, we're in the Wenatchee Valley. The cows wouldn't take too long in getting here.
And and he was walking away from the player, not into his path. And that's the distinction there.
And there's a yellow card now for Malcolm. He must have said something. So Mr. Malcolm and Mr. Wisen, two wildly talented players, the first one to receive a caution from Ed Navarro, the center referee. So 48th and 49th minute, yellow card for Wisen and yellow card for Malcolm. We're back in action now. Munoz down to the left side. The push-up field. Nice give and go that time. Switching across the center alley, back to Munoz. Collier, the long ball. Off to the chase is Mata. Mata taking it away. Mata into the box. Mata trying to get the left foot ready. Can't quite fire. Trying again for Wenatchee is Munoz. Waiting for it on the right side is Russell. He goes to his left instead. Doesn't quite work as he hoped. Collier. There's Collier. Instead he goes with Russell. Whistle on the play. Substitution now. It's Malcolm returning to action after the yellow card. 49-49 on the clock. Russell. Into the box. Before Bravo can connect. Eastmont recovers, off to the races. Maldonado, this one knows what to do with the ball at his feet. Maldonado off to the races, being charged, being marked, being double teamed. And he's still fighting for it. Munoz. Reyes. Opening the game up to the left side. Vega. Upfield into Eastmont territory. Switching left. Collier. Leaving one behind. Shot across. Let's see what the referee calls this one.
The Eastmont player grabbed him. He's just trying to run through into the clear.
Should the advantage law be applied there?
Potentially.
Yeah.
He had the corner.
I'm just saying, since he got the shot across into the box. In spite of the
I'm not
foul.
sure about that because it may not have been the shot that he really preferred, and may have just knocked him off balance as he was getting around and quickly got that shot in.
It may not have been a clean shot. You're absolutely right. It may have impeded his progress.
That's a really tough one because a lot of times plays that are allowed to go on, even if a player gets a shot off, but the shot a lot of times is really weak, and the referees say, well, the player was allowed.
Shot, go, 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 go! Caught the back line of Eastmont napping, and Wenatchee takes a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and there's nothing weak about that shot, as I was just saying. But that was a fantastic redirection on goal. Good, low-driven, hard ball in.
Looks like Bravo to me, but
Marcos Bravo got the touch. The final touch there, put it on frame, and nothing is as spectacular as Mr. Mendoza has been tonight. Nothing you can do about that kind of shot.
Pefferman on the mark now for Wenatchee is Russell. Reyes cleared away with more urgency than style by the backline of Eastmont. Cristian Maldonado feeling a bit of urgency perhaps. The shot, instead of sailing across looking for Malcolm, it sails up and out of bounds. So now it's a 2-0 lead for Wenatchee over Eastmont. 52-28 on the clock. And once again, the backspin on that ball betrays the intentions of the goalkeeper occupying that end. We saw that in the first half, affecting Mr. Mendoza. Now it's Mr. Munguia. Sitio. Taken back by Wenatchee, but only temporarily. Bit of an elbow there. Referee calls it against Wenatchee. It's going to be Eastmont ball. Sitio yielding the honors to Sanchez. There's the whistle to the heart of the box. Defensive header clearing that out. Quick run down the flank. Wisen. Pefferman. Reyes. Reyes prevailing. Reyes gets into a bit of a mixer there with Pefferman. Pefferman going with route one. Straight ahead and a charge that goes uncalled. And this one is going to have repercussions because they're still going after each other. And there's the whistle. There's the whistle, and they're still mouthing off.
How that was not in the back.
They're still mouthing off, and now here comes Vargas to try to calm down. Actually, it's Leon trying to calm down Cristian Maldonado. Matt Wisen, your thoughts?
Yeah, I just said my thoughts. I mean, to me, he called a foul here, but it looked like he was going to let that one go. I don't know if he called a foul on the argument afterwards or if he called a foul on the actual play.
54-11 on the clock. This game growing a little chippier here than perhaps we would like to see, but so far just 2 yellow cards. There's the shot and a beautiful stop. A nice shot by Bravo, looking perhaps for that second personal tally, making it 3-0, but instead he finds Mendoza.
Yeah, so we've seen the card given for language and in an inadvertent delay of game. So I'd like to see one come out for some of the physical play. Just both teams to protect them, maybe calm them down a little bit.
Orlando Maldonado, the sweeping maneuver by Zumac, sending it to the corner kick. First corner kick of the half for Eastmont. 7th total so far by my count for the Wildcats, who continue to trail Wenatchee 2-0. This moment of the game brought to you by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. There's the header and the stop by Munguia, who finds himself face-to-face, nose-to-nose with Malcolm. Hopefully that's as far as he'll go, and that's as far as he'll go as they share a quick handshake as they walk by each other. Mata. A bit too long. Recovered by Malcolm. Way too lonesome, Malcolm. Malcolm off to the races. Malcolm trying to get closer to the box. Still being double teamed. Malcolm getting a shot across to the far post. Nobody there. Now we see a red jersey, but still it's cleared away before he can get to it. Good job by the backline of Wenatchee. Malcolm being left all alone. Like you said, there not a whole lot of play off of him. It's more playing to him, and he's struggling a little bit with it. Now we can see him talk to the referee.
He's getting another word to calm him down, maybe.
Bit of a give and go there. Good maneuver. Waiting on it on the left side is Orlando Maldonado. Instead, Christian goes to the right side. The long touch upfield. Leon. Flag is up. Foul call. I think it's the right call that time. And it will be a free kick, I believe, right at the edge of the box on the right side for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Wenatchee's been living dangerously tonight. They've been giving up lots of set pieces within striking zone, and eventually it's not going to last.
57:07 on the clock. Free kick will favor the Wildcats of Eastmont that continue to trail 2-0. I don't know if that's 10 yards, but we'll go with the experts on this one. Right-footed cross shot, the pivoting header by Malcolm, and it sails over the crossbar.
Good elevation on that jump there.
That was, yeah, he got some height.
Put some springs in those shoes at halftime.
He got some height there. 57-43 on the clock. Wenatchee still leading Eastmont 2-0. Munguia on the goal kick. Stopped partially by Maldonado. Wenatchee trying to regain possession. Whistle on the play. And it'll be a foul called on Eastmont. Wenatchee ball. This moment of the game brought to you by Rivercom 911. Rivercom 911 is hiring today. See what a career as a telecommunicator can do for you and what you can do for your community. Give Rivercom 911 a gander by going to the rivercom911.org to apply today. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball as we approach now the 59th minute of this game. We're approaching the halfway point of the second half now. Just remember, folks, on April the 30th, we have the Kais Fiber Youth Parade at 11 a.m. with Eric Granstrom and Julie Agents-Kunz. Then on May 3rd, we have lacrosse live from Wenatchee with Sila visiting. A quick run into the box. We'll see what Wisen can do this time. Wisen trying to make a path as he goes. Has to back up a little bit. Battling for it now. A good effort by Reyes into the box. Referee says no foul. Play continues. Pfefferman and Orlando Maldonado trying to clear it out. Bit of a charge there. Sanchez recovered by Wenatchee. The shot, and not a major problem for Mr. Mendoza. Let's finish the thought. Sila at Wenatchee Boys Lacrosse, 6:30 p.m. May 3rd, with Joel Norman and Thomas Bass on the call. Then on Friday, May 6th, 6 p.m. is the Les Schwab Classy Chassis Parade live with Grant Olson and Ron Berschauer on the call. And last but not least, the Stemilt Growers Grand Parade live on May the 7th at 11 a.m. with Eric Granstrom and Julie Agents-Kunz on the call. Did you know that Eric was so much into parades? I did not.
I did not either. But who isn't? You know?
True.
Good old-fashioned parade. Just
unless it rains.
Unless it rains, that's for sure.
Quick touch. Down the flank. Wisen leaving her marker behind. Wisen still battling for it, and before Mendoza can reach to it, one of his defenders just sends it out of bounds. 60 minutes, 40 seconds.
We did have a sub come in earlier for Wenatchee. He's playing left back. I think that's Liam Willett. I'm not sure who this current substitution is coming in right now.
We're going to figure it out. As he's still getting some instructions from Coach Tronson.
Good to see Liam come back into the lineup here. He's been battling some serious shin splints all year long.
Very serious, yes indeed. The touch by Bravo to the left side, up the field for Wisen. The heel touch, a little too much butter on that toast. A little too fancy. Ball out of bounds, throwing for Eastmont. Eastmont having a devil of a time clearing the ball out of their own half. Wenatchee recovers. Munoz. A bit of a battle there.
Play the ball, young man.
Malcolm. Leon. Maldonado making a path. Can't quite prosper. Cleared away ultimately by Munoz. Bravo, off to the races. He's got some room. He's got two players ahead of him. Two teammates ahead of him, I should say. It's still like a freight train into an Eastmont player. Referee says no call. It was Pfefferman. They both seem to be doing okay. And ultimately, it's Mendoza putting a stop to the danger. Mendoza rolling to his left. Across midfield we go with Orlando Maldonado. Touch to the back. Could be dangerous if Leon doesn't catch up to it. He does. 62-23. Eastmont trying to make something happen here. Ball goes out of bounds. A bit too wide for Pfefferman. Pfefferman cannot hide his frustration. And it will be Wenatchee ball. .62-41 on the clock. This moment of the game brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. The quick touch upfield. Trying to make something happen is Orlando Maldonado. Back to Pfefferman. A bit of a chipper there into no man's land. Maldonado surveying the field. Quickly triple teamed. Touch upfield for Vargas. Leon shot across. The header doesn't quite connect the way Eastmont wanted. And with more urgency, that style, the ball almost makes it to the center line. Pfefferman. Wenatchee under recovery. Mata across midfield. Down the flank looking for Wisen. Mata. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this one. I think it was a handball. And we have looks like Braden Russell either calling for a substitution or notifying somebody of a substitution. Yeah, he's asking to be subbed for.
So we got two
subs
coming on.
Yes, indeed.
No, it looks like Giovanni Munoz and Marcos Bravo are coming off. I did not see who's coming on.
I am still waiting for them to turn around so we can look at their jerseys. From up here on Everest. 7-23. 7-23. That means Tovar with 7 and Goodell with 23. Let's make a note of that as we wait for this goal kick. We're back in action now. Long ball. Good opportunity for Vega. Vega, right-footed shot. He got a little too greedy there. He had Wisen waiting for it. He had Bravo waiting for, not Bravo, another teammate waiting for it. Instead, he shot from about 23 yards out. Not a major worry for the goalkeeper, Mr. Mendoza, who, despite the 2 goals given up, has been, in my opinion, the MVP of the Eastmont Wildcats so far in this game, Matt Wisen.
He has kept them in the game for sure. I would really like to see Mr. Vega right there dribble right at the defense, draw one out, and either find Alex or Tyler for a slotted pass in once he brings at least a double out. It's just, that goal gets big, your eyes get a little big, and you want to score. And so it's really hard to battle against your instincts in that case. And the last thing you want to do is bring a defender at you as well. So it's more comfortable to shoot from distance when you're not defended.
There's Wisen trying that heel touch again. Ball goes out of bounds. Substitution coming for Wenatchee once again. We'll tell you in a second who has taken a spot on the pitch. In the meantime, Wenatchee has restarted the action. The new player on the field is Max Meadows, number 15.
So giving Mr. Russell a breather here. I saw Marcos come off. They had dropped him into attacking mid position, the 10 position, in the second half, and he's been on the ball a little bit more, a little more unpredictable in that position. I like him there with this lineup. He can make, as we saw earlier, he can run at the defense with pace in the middle of the field, and Eastmont's been giving some room there. But Marcos has just been covering a lot of ground in the second half. Probably going to bring him back in here in about 5 minutes, I would guess, 5-6 minutes.
Speaking of, what do you make of the new rules that the NCAA has adopted for college soccer? No more golden goal.
I don't know. I like golden goal.
That has been our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. bringing us his deep insight into the world of college soccer.
Honesty, right? I like Golden Goal. I think it brings the fans really into the game. I really think that if they can find ways to cut down on the minutes those players are playing and bring things into full-timed overtimes, I think that helps. They need to be. NCAA's come under lots of criticism lately for player health, and they've been a little hypocritical with their decisions. So there's an offside position right there.
Flag is up. Yes, indeed.
Tyrell came from
from offside and went back onside. Yep. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that NCAA has been criticized lately for and almost some of their hypocritical stances, if you will. They talk about player safety, but then their actions don't always align with their talk.
67:52 on the clock. A quick run in the making for Eastmont. Gets stopped by Goodell. Push up field whistle on the play, however. It should be, it should be Eastmont ball, and it's Mr. Leon asking his backline to hurry it up because time is of the essence. A bit of a nutmeg there. Does not prosper as Vega interrupts the action. Quick run down the left side into Eastmont territory. Scooped away, looked like by Sitio, but and there's a yellow card. A foul called. It's number 18, Mota, with the third yellow card of the game. Second one against Wenatchee so far. And it will be a free kick for Eastmont.
So there's that call. I was a little bit aggressive, got him on the heels. Not exactly the safest of fouls to be committing. Probably the official trying to rein the game back in, keep them under control here as we're getting a little late, and the likelihood of it chippiness arising is growing.
Bit of a mistake there. Villa cannot quite capitalize. Eastmont still trying to shorten the distance. There's Bravo. Bravo making some room. Wisen the shot. Wisen, Mendoza! What a brilliant save by Mr. Mendoza. And off to the races we go on the other side with Eastmont's Leon trying to make something happen with Cristian Maldonado. Back, Sitio, good ball. Left-footed shot and a brilliant sweeping maneuver by the backline of Wenatchee, keeping that one from bearing fruit. It looks like Corin Collier was the one who took to hit the deck.
That was a fantastic save right there. That slide tackle was perfectly timed. No doubt about clearing that ball out. Just a great slide tackle against a very difficult player to take the ball away from.
Mr. Tovar will return to the bench, and taking his place, it looks like Mr. Munoz for Wenatchee. 70 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock. We're approaching the denouement of this game, with Wenatchee still leading 2-0.
Mr. Abbott down there playing the ball back. I know he can do better than that. I played with him in high school, and he's got a foot on him. So come on, John, step it up. Show off some of your skills there.
Doesn't quite work. There's Malcolm over to put some pressure. Sorry to interrupt, Matt. It will be, looks like it will be Wenatchee ball, despite the, what should we call it, complaints by some of the Eastmont players.
Oh, once that ball hits that track, it's just gone. So Eastmont's trying to get the ball back to them from the bench.
Bravo. Looking for Wisen. There's Wisen and bounces off him. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. This moment of the game brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. A quick touch up the flank. Malcolm. Pefferman waiting on the left side. Wenatchee recovers. Down the flank looking for Wisen. A quick stop. Scooped back and away by Mata. Bravo. Opening the game up a little bit. For Goodell, the shot, and Mendoza with the stop. 72:07 on the clock. I'd like to take this opportunity, folks, to thank a few people. For starters, our camera people, Nate Mann on camera 1, Matthew Ortiz on camera 2, and Hunter Muma on camera 3. We'll tell you more about this in a second, because here comes Eastmont, interrupted by Wenatchee, and now Wenatchee with a bit of room. This could be interesting if Mr. Bravo can get past his marker. He cannot. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball. Our studio producer, Connor Hawk. Our line producers, Josiah Davison and Eric Granstrom. And, of course, this fine gentleman next to me.
Fine. I'll take it.
Matt Wisen. Heimer. 72-59. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball. And it is. Assistant referee points to a substitution coming. Let's see. It's going to be Wenatchee once again. It's going to be Mr. Goodell taking a seat. He's walking, kind of jogging with a bit of difficulty. Perhaps not difficulty, just wants to kill a few more seconds of the clock.
It's bringing in, it looks like Julian Reyes, I believe.
We'll confirm that in a second, because he has the ball now. It is number 19, Reyes indeed. Thank you very much, Matt. A quick touch upfield by Zumac. Taken back by the Wildcats. There's Zumac battling for it. Taken back once again by a very game Eastmont midfield. Bit of a collision there. Referee blows the whistle. Play resumes in favor of Eastmont. Playing with a bit more urgency, Eastmont. 74:04 on the clock. Running out of time to shorten the distance between themselves and their adversaries. A charge from behind, right next to the center referee, Ed Navarro. Does not go unnoticed, and it's a free kick for the Panthers.
So a quick shout out while we have a little bit of time.
Please do.
My nephew, Cole Peterson, 14 today. Happy birthday.
All right.
Great to see you this weekend. Hope you can come back over soon. And hope today was a fantastic day for you.
Where does he live?
Bothell.
Oh, all right.
So,
all right. Home of the Cougars, I believe.
Home of the Cougars.
That's right.
Streaming the game, I believe.
All right.
Of course, soccer.
Of course. Come on.
And us. We're
the eye candy, of course. We're the eye candy. 75:02. I'm going to hear about that one when I get home. 75:02 on the clock. Wisen. Oh, the touch to Bravo can't quite go in the direction he wanted. Ball goes out and wide. I'm going to send a shout out to, since it's our last game of the season, the good folks at NCWLIFE have added one more faithful viewer to their long list of followers. That would be my 11-year-old son, who found out that actually Daddy's on TV. So he likes watching our games, and then when I get home, of course, he has a long list of grievances of all the things I did wrong, which is never a short list, as you folks at home watching know. So, but it's kind of cool to get him into it. So a quick shout out to my boy and to my little girl Gabriela, who could not care less about soccer, but she's
oh, she will.
Oh, she will. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Those genes are gonna kick in sooner or later. That was a joke, Gabriela. You're a good girl. Ball goes out of bounds. Mr. Malcolm vying for a throw-in, gets the blessing of the referee.
I think he sold that one. It looked like it was out on.
No, I know. He's like, no, we have it. Yeah, Orlando Maldonado. Christian Maldonado, a bit too long. Charge from behind, whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a free kick for Eastmont, and if the ball finds the back of the net off of this play, the last few minutes of action are going to be insane. 76:53 on the clock. Mr. Navarro counting the steps to place the wall. Let's see, I count 4 on the wall from up here.
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah. Taking care of this one, it looks like it will be Mr. Leon. Right-footed shot. Leon bounces off the wall, tries again. Bit of a chipper there, looking for Malcolm, trying to stay onside. Bit of a mixer there. Can't quite clear the shot, and Munguia with excellent reflexes, putting a stop to the danger.
Yeah, great save there. I was surprised. I looked back. Eastmont had 4, maybe even 5 behind the ball there, and Wenatchee only had one player up on top. So it's this late in game. You can bring 2 more players out of that mix and put them into the forward scenario.
Now this is what I love. This is the last few minutes of the game, and Eastmont is going all out. Forget injuries, forget the tired legs, forget the flu bug or this bug or that other bug. They're going right after it here with lots of heart. And of course, the fans starting to get into it a little bit. Good sweeping maneuver by Wenatchee. Ball goes out of bounds. Another substitution for the Panthers. And a throw-in that will also favor the squad from Wenatchee.
You seen an indication of how many extra minutes he's going to be adding?
Not yet. Not that I've looked. Not that I've seen, I should say. There's a run by Munoz. Munoz and Goodell. Shot across from the right side by Russell. Touch to the left now. Into the box. Can't quite connect with Goodell. Trying again is Reyes. Reyes backing up a little bit. Wenatchee on the move. There's a whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee called this one.
Player struggling. It was just down injured. Looks like he got a cramp or a Charlie horse or something going on. We're about a minute 36. So actually 20 seconds left in regulation, and we'll be on the referee's clock. I haven't seen an indication of how many extra minutes he's going to add. I would anticipate a couple yellow cards, 2 to 3.
And now a substitution for Eastmont. It's number 4 for the Wildcats entering this contest. That looks like Octavio Garibay.
He's signaling now. I didn't see 3. Looks like 3. They need those big reader boards on the side, right?
Wenatchee on the move now with Tovar. Taken back by the Wildcats, and the shot, not a major problem for Munguia. Wenatchee on the verge of taking this Battle of the Bridge from their hosts, the Wildcats. So far, it's a 2-0 lead for Wenatchee. This would bring their record to 8-1 in league and 11-2-1 overall. There's a shot. Not a major worry for Mendoza. Eastmont, if this score holds, which between these two teams is never guaranteed, 8-1 would turn into 9-1, and then 11-1-2 overall. Still, I have to say it is kind of a kick to watch 2 strong teams from the Valley duking it out at the top of the standings with great records, with just dripping with talent, putting on a good show here tonight.
These are very quality teams, as we've said before, and it's all night. And I've seen every team in the league, and Wenatchee and Eastmont are heads and tails above any other team there is. And by that matter, heads and tails against or above most teams in the state. I wouldn't put too much into some of the rankings, especially the WIAA lately, the RPI. For example, there's one ranking out there about Pasco being the number 2 team in the state. and somebody's even got them as the number 2 team in the country. Their strength of schedule is the 4th worst in the state. Fourth worst. Their opponent's strength of schedule, there's only 4 teams in the state that have a worse strength of schedule for their opponents. And 2 out of those 4 teams are from their own conference. And their own conference, here I'm going to pow onto that, half of their own conference is 3A. So, and somehow they get credit for being the 2nd best team in the state and even the country. So anything can happen, but it comes down to where the club players are concentrated the most, what conferences are the toughest, and I think this Big 9 conference is right up there amongst the best in the state, if not the Northwest.
We're just about done here. We're waiting for the final whistle, and Wenatchee and Eastmont continue to do battle here with Mr. Malcolm trying to prevail over his marker. There's Pefferman trying to help out. Pefferman hoping to get a shot across. Under some pressure now. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Eastmont ball, and it is. Could be the last play of the game. Wenatchee still leading 2-0 over Eastmont.
Well, there's your 3 minutes now. Maybe referees like to end the ball and run a play.
Bit of a difficulty there. There's Leon trying to get a shot across. Will it be a corner kick? Will there be enough time for a corner kick? Well, yes, it is. It's going to be a corner kick for Eastmont. Could be the last best chance for Eastmont to cut this lead in half. There's the shot. The pivoting header. Bit of a bounce there. Nobody's cleared it out.
He's going to give another corner
kick. And another corner kick as the ball bounced off. It looks like Ocampo.
I think we're going to allow 4 minutes extra play.
And another corner kick. That, by my count, is at least the third of the second half for Eastmont. 9th one. That would make it the 9th one overall. And there's the whistle. That tells us that Wenatchee has taken this one by a score of 2-0 over their arch rivals from across the river. Final score, once again, Wenatchee 2, Eastmont 0. We'll be right back.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can use this lifetime warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1. And I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do. And they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
To Eastmont High School, where we have just witnessed a clash between the hosting Eastmont Wildcats and the visiting Wenatchee Panthers, with Wenatchee taking this one by a score of 2-0 1-0. Next to us are the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers, Coach Dennis Tronson, and the players of the game as chosen by Mr. Tronson, Seth Munguia and Corin Collier. Welcome, gentlemen, all three of you. Coach, let's start with you. Well, first of all, congratulations on the victory. Now, like we talk about, the storylines abound when a game like this, but for a team that has dealt with some injuries, that has dealt with some setbacks, it does mean a little extra to take a 2-0 victory, a shutout against a tough team like Eastmont, no?
Yeah, they're an excellent team, and they have a lot of weapons on their side, and I just felt like the guys bought into the game plan we were after tonight and stuck with it for the full 80 minutes plus the injury time, and we got a positive result. We talked about finishing the chances we had. Felt we had a few others, but their goalkeeper stepped up big and made some beautiful saves in the first half. But that's Big Nine soccer at its best between the two teams, and we anticipate this won't be the last time we see them this year.
Absolutely. Seth Munguia, welcome. Now, you were, of course, on the other end of the field. What could you say about the performance of your counterpart, Mendoza, who basically kept Eastmont in the game at times? He was outstanding.
It was beautiful. 2-0 win, fantastic, and I gotta thank my defense for that, because Corin, he did really good, and they're an amazing team, so it was a pretty close game.
Absolutely. What does it mean to you? Let's zero in on one factor: getting the shutout, getting that clean sheet at the end of the game.
It just feels amazing. It's like the best feeling you could get, mostly against a big team like this in Eastmont, big rivals.
All right, and for Mr. Collier, here's Mr. Wisen.
Congrats to everybody on the win tonight. So, Corin, I know you had no easy task tonight.
Yeah. Task guarding him.
Yeah. I'll let you just talk about.
Yeah, he's fast. Tyrell's fast. He's good. It's always good to get a good challenge, and he's always a good player. You want to play against the best, and I feel like he's one of the best in the league. So it was great guarding him.
I feel like the defense this game compared to the last time you played Eastmont really cleaned some things up, and maybe you can give a little contrast, the difference between this game defensively and last game.
Yeah, I really think it's all about the training sessions, and we've started to train a lot harder. We're focusing on one game at a time. We're not looking ahead. We're just focusing on the game, and we're training, we're practicing, we're going hard. We're not taking it easy.
Yeah, well, you did great, and I definitely noticed a huge improvement from last time versus Eastmont. And like I said earlier, no easy task guarding some of those extremely talented players from Eastmont.
Now, Coach, one last question before we take a quick break. You mentioned a little earlier that this was Big Nine soccer at its best. What does it mean to you, somebody who's been basically eating, sleeping, and drinking soccer for decades now here in the Wenatchee Valley, to see these two teams as the cream of the crop in the league?
You know, you talk about the rivalry every year, and it's always a one-goal game, and it could have very well been that. But I think that, as we look across the state, the Big Nine, you can look at our teams that are even at the bottom, how well they play, to the top two, which is us and Eastmont. It is another level of soccer that most of the leagues across the state in 4A don't see. So I know I can speak for the rest of the coaches. We feel we play in the best conference, and on any given night, any team can step up and win. And you have to bring your A game every Tuesday and Friday night.
Absolutely. Lucky us, we get to watch it several times a year, and we thank you for watching this one with us. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll close things out here from Eastmont High School. Don't go away.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver. Shopping cart, because Les Schwab helps keep us safe with brakes, steering, and more. Eyes ahead, Dad! Know what those guys back there offer with their tires? Toilet paper. But Les Schwab gives the safety by the carload. Turn here! We're kind of a big deal here.
Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you. 9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back to Eastmont High School. That was uncalled for, sir. Welcome back to Eastmont High School. He's making jokes about how ugly I look. What are you going to do? He likes to tell the truth. We've just witnessed a 2-0 victory of Wenatchee over Eastmont and Matt Wisen. This game, perhaps not as close as the ones we've seen in the past in terms of the score, but Eastmont showed a lot of heart, showed an amazing amount of talent on both ends of the field, and Wenatchee did what it needed to do to win.
Yeah, again, the game does not disappoint. There were several highlight moments in this game. Both teams coming very close to seeing the back of the net. And it could have been, the score could have been drastically different, and that's soccer for you. You always say it could have been, but things were very entertaining. Some outstanding individual plays, outstanding teamwork. Like Coach Tronson said, this won't be the last time we probably see these two teams go against each other. They're likely to meet each other again in playoffs, and we're likely to be entertained as well watching that game.
Absolutely, absolutely. One good turn deserves another, but as far as this turn is concerned, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being with us tonight and throughout these 4 broadcasts we've done. On behalf of everyone involved, this gentleman here is Matt Wisen. I'm Sebastian Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
The shot and beautiful.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy, Charter College, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Les Schwab, One Way Construction, Rivercom 911, Save Mart, and Sangster Motors. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.